Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today we shall be taking out the TAM 2IP. Firstly, I'm just going to apologise in advance if there is any wind noises during this video. It's very windy here at the moment. I'll do my best to mitigate it. And also, this is post-match commentary, so it might not be great because I'm not so good with tanks. This should be the last video with post-match commentary for a while. Anyway, after a while of not doing much, I see this black tank, and I was hoping that he didn't hear me. However, yeah, he shot my barrel at the same time as I shot, so that's not great. The TAM 2IP doesn't have the best armor protection, as you've seen. It has a 105mm gun with DM33. I saw that starship go past. I was thinking he was going to keep going, so I drove further along. But yeah, he saw me. Anyway, so yeah, it gets DM33 as well as all the other standard NATO 105mm gun rounds. It is a light tank, so as I said, not great protection. It's got a laser rangefinder, which is kind of standard. At 8.7 it seems to be relatively okay. And yeah, that was the first time I'd taken it out, and you can see, well, it's the first time I've ever played tanks at this BR, aside from the April Fool's event, so yeah, not so great. So anyway, here we are on single cap Sino. I always take some E2FS and some HESH, just in case I come across any light vehicles. But yeah, as I said before, I mostly take DM33. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this has a similar gun to the Leo A1A1 L44, just under a different name, but I would need to double check that. I'm just assuming because of the gun performance seems similar. Yeah, I have still quite, by this point, haven't got it into my head that at this BR of tanks, you're quite visible. Fortunately, the engine block stopped that first shot for me. So yeah, turns out at this BR you can be shot across the map. Can you tell that I don't play a ton of ground RB? Anyway, I'm pretty sure the spawn goes better though, otherwise I don't think I would have included it. But I got a scout mark. Oh yes, also because it's a light tank it gets a scout drone, which I don't think I used. Now I'm going to be a good teammate / try and get some SL for my troubles. I think this is a pretty good grinder. I reckon the Leo A1A1 L44 is probably a better pick. I've not tried it, but medium tanks generally have a lower skill floor than light tanks. The other thing about this tank is it's got a very large front, so it's kind of hard to peek round corners, and you'll find later that I do a lot of it in reverse, which does a couple of times get my brain a bit tripped up. I get distracted by a shiny. The other reason why I reckon this is similar to the L44 version of the Leo A1A1 is the turret looks quite similar. Once again, I'm just guessing, I've not researched it. I probably should have, but this is more about gameplay than tank, which isn't particularly good. Anyway, yeah, you'll see here, instead of turning around, I'm just going reverse, because it does have a very good reverse gear. And I accidentally hit reverse instead of... I accidentally hit S instead of W there. As I said, because I was in reverse, it tripped my brain up. And I don't think he's gonna come out for a while. Oh. And I got scout kill, which is nice. So yeah, to give you an idea of how my experience in this went, I used all the free backups that I got from this test drive. But I guess that's just a skill issue. And now I see that thing and I know exactly what it is. It's the, that's embarrassing. It's the South African radar guided SPAA. I'm quite scared of it because it's a wheeled vehicle and quite fast, and its twin guns will absolutely rip this thing to shreds. And yes, I do realise I have become the premium player. But on the other hand, I've not spammed all my smokes, so give me some credit. Oh. Scout missed. And I actually got a kill. Though to be fair, that T-72 didn't exactly... That was basically a competition of who's dumbest, says the guy who just missed a Type 16 drive out the corner of his eye and still hasn't seen it. And for some reason turned side to it, and yes. To be fair, I didn't see him out the corner of my eye then, I only saw it while I'm recording this. And anyway, pretty sure last game of today, slightly more engaging gameplay. All in all, I apologise if this has been a boring video. I'm not particularly great at these tanks. But yes, as I said, I am the premium. Not that I bought this is a test drive. It's funny, I thought Gaijin blessed premium players with good matches. Clearly they don't bless them. Gaijin doesn't bless those players with skill. But T-55 down, once again, pretty easy kill. I saw him fire, so I knew he was there. He didn't know I was there. Don't know what that explosion of fire was behind me. If you keep running, it can't hurt you. I didn't even... Did that shot have a tracer? I, for some reason, just shot into empty space. This gun has slower reload than I'd like for a light tank, but on the other hand, it is a 105, so what do you expect? And right now I'm thinking I'm probably gonna die. I can't remember, do I die? But there's a flying school bus up. There's the Mi-24. So I was a bit concerned because he killed somebody behind me, I think. So yes. Is the Mi-24 a flying school bus or a flying bathtub? Anyway, he's been gotted by an ANX. Now I do the classic German and throw smoke and actually retreat instead. I could have thrown smoke while I was fixing myself, but it doesn't really do anything and just shows enemies that don't know I was there where I am. So there you go, I gave one bit of good advice. If enemies don't know you're there, it's pointless throwing smoke. If they do know where you are, then throwing smoke just allows you to not see them. So I don't bother generally. I'm currently pretty much alone. Classic German team moment. So I'm just sitting there trying to spot the guy on A. And I somehow got him with a broken turret ring. He unfortunately hit the most armoured part of my tank. And now my reload is even slower. Which isn't great, but oh well. And then I realised they still kept A, so I decide to retreat. Because as I said, this thing does have a good reverse gear, even if it's got a bad driver. Oh, more smoke. He's really doing the squidding today. I apologise to all of you who are watching this and are good at high tier ground RB. I don't claim to even be good at low tier ground RB. I'm not particularly good at this point and click adventure. So now you get to spend another 20 seconds watching me sit there doing nothing. Okay, I'll speed it up. Now I'm just trying to find where the bad man is. By the way, I recorded an hour of gameplay to get the under 15 minutes that you're watching. That shows you how excellent I am at this. The TAM 2IP, I don't think it has thermals, but it does have a driver's night vision, but that's pretty much useless, particularly without night battles, as was the case when this was filmed. I'm not sure when you're watching this whether they will have reinstated night battles yet. I'm trying to find the guy that's just been shooting my AMX. I see his track, I think. Yeah, I do. Unfortunately, he moves just before I could shoot the track, and my AMX dies. I probably should just moved in straight after he shot and hoped for the best, but oh well. Now I get to play cat and mouse. I do absolutely nothing, which is just awesome. But oh well. As a British main for ground, I should not be surprised by that damage. And somehow I don't have gun depression to hit him when I'm looking that way, which is fabulous. And he kills a Kugel Blitz. I don't know how, in hindsight I probably should have just gone round, but I wasn't feeling particularly confident at this stage. So I'm just going to sit there and hope somebody kills him. Yeah. You know, things are bad when I've got 2 kills and 2 deaths and I'm in the middle of the team. Still can't quite see him. I'm trying to go around. I see that Jotcal Gimel get killed by a tow launcher, so that scares me. However, game ends. Yeah, 2 kills and I'm 7th. Not great. So yes, TAM 2IP, I think pretty good grinder, I guess, if you are good at ground RB. Otherwise, probably the Leo would be better. And that will be all for today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time.